I have one last thing on my list.
All right, do tell. Do tell.
Okay. So this is one I found, and as I described, I could not stop laughing as I was reading it. I do not think it's real at all. It's just really funny. Adam, I'd like to talk to you about the Loveland Frogmen.
Oh,
The Loveland
I think I
Frogmen
know these guys.
are reported bipedal frogs located in Clermont County, Ohio, specifically.
Let
This would
me
make
let me. I'm pulling them up.
like this line, this thing. I read it. I just started laughing. I don't know
I
why.
know this.
This this quote here. I wrote this verbatim. This would make them the only species of frog that are bipedal. I don't know why that made me laugh hard as it did, but it just did.
This
But,
kind of reminds me of Shadow over Innsmouth a bit.
but man, so as I read more into it, I was going crazy reading it because I'm like, this is so weird. This is so
Oh,
weird.
it's one of those cases. Yeah. Oh, I love those cases.
The frogmen apparently have the physical ability to use sticks like tools. However, they also have an ability that they can use those sticks to emit sparks like a wand.
The fuck is this?
This could mean that the frogs have an ability to control electricity in some way. And that picture right there, you had it before. I was fucking losing it.
This one?
No, the really blurred out one. Go up a little bit. Going a little more. That one right there. That one. And there's one screenshot that I'm gonna need you to pull up in a second. It's like the first one that's up there, because the Loveland Frogmen have had a whopping total of three encounters, and I'd like to discuss them a little bit. The first sighting of it was on in May 1955 at approximately 3:30 a.m. An unnamed businessman claimed to have witnessed three bipedal quasi-reptilian entities congregating on the side of the road. The man pulled his car to the curb and observed these creatures for what he estimated to be about 3 minutes. During this time, he noticed that these strange beings stood with between 3 and 4 feet tall, were covered in leathery skin, and had webbed hands and feet. Their most distinguishing characteristic, however, was their distinctly frog-like heads, which the man claimed to bore deep wrinkles where their hair should have been. Just as the man was about to steal away, one of the creatures suddenly held what the witness could only describe as a wand above his head. The anonymous source further claimed that sparks spewed out of the end of this device.
Okay, so everything up until this, I could understand.
There's one more point.
Uh-oh.
He left post haste. You can go on now. But I have two more stories of this to go on to.
Oh, dude. Do tell. Do tell.
So the second encounter of the Loveland Frogmen was on March 3rd, 1972. Nearly 17 years after the first report, a police officer who understandably chose to remain anonymous was traveling alongside Riverside Road heading towards Loveland when he saw something that would forever change his life. The officer claimed that he was driving slowly due to the substantial amount of ice on the road when he saw what looked like a dog on the curb. Suddenly, the animal darted in front of the cruiser, forcing the officer to slam on his brakes in order to avoid potential collision with the creature. Once the police cruiser came to a halt, its headlights fell upon the prone animal. At this point, the officer describes something that seems literally too bizarre to be true. In the span of seconds, this crouched, frog-like creature stood on two legs, stared back at the policeman, then scrambled over the rail guard and scurried down the embankment, finally disappearing into the Ohio River. I just think
people are making fun of how excited you are
because it's funny. It makes me happy. And then the final encounter of the Loveland Frogmen was, and this is what shocked me, was mid-August 2016.
Oh,
that's fairly recent.
That's pretty recent, yeah.
But the thing is, there is some inconsistencies with this one.
Oh,
a man by. Okay, all right. I'm talking about the frog. Sam Jacobs and his girlfriend, while they were playing Pokemon Go in Cincinnati, has video evidence associated with it but is likely a hoax due to the location in the city, which I think makes sense. And that screenshot that you pulled up before, that was like the first one that showed up, was apparently a screenshot from that video, just brightened up to show you that one. Yeah, and that look, despite everything, that's a fucking creepy fucking image.
That is a creepy photo, and what I like about this photo is it makes you ask questions. Yeah, the photos to me that make you ask questions are always the creepiest.
Yeah. So that, Adam, was the Loveland Frogman. I just found it really funny.
It is funny.